in their own podcast. Sit back, relax, Still Spinning is here. Still spinning. Still spinning. Still spinning. Still spinning.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Still Spinning Podcast, episode number 140. I'm Dan. Nicole is here, and if you're joining us live on Facebook right now, we're so glad you're here. If you find us later on the podcast, welcome. New episodes drop every Wednesday wherever you listen. So make sure you search Still Spinning. If you're search and find it, make sure you subscribe wherever you listen. And let's see, what else should I mention? Oh, yeah, for more shows and merch and all that other fun, go to our website, stillspinningpodcast.com. Got it. We have a great show tonight. Cole is going to kick us off.
I am. And you know what? I'm actually going to derail this immediately because I forgot to tell you what I did yesterday.
We sat here and talked for half an hour.
Yes. Well, until someone had a printing emergency.
Well, it was a
3D
glue
printer emergency.
It was more of it was a glue emergency, and there was glue everywhere, and I had to go deal with that right before. So I apologize for us starting late. For those of you watching live, that's on me.
Before we get to our first official story, Dan, do you know the show Hot Ones?
Nope.
You don't? Where they eat the hot sauce and they start with the
I guess I've seen. Yeah.
You start. There's 10 different hot sauces, and they get increasingly spicier. So 3 friends and Paul and I, well, I guess Paul was one of the 3 friends. There were 4 of us. We did the Hot Ones challenge yesterday and have still been paying for it today. If you know what I'm saying.
I do.
I mean, at some point, it's just unpleasant.
There was a Jenny went to a culinary. So I was doing a radio convention down in New Orleans, and she went with. And while I was there, she did like a cooking class for the day. And it was, I believe, Big Kevin, I believe was the chef's name, and he's a big guy. And he was talking about, if you go up and down New Orleans, like most tourist cities, they have those like hot sauce and mustard and all the sauce stores basically. And they all have, and then you get into the super hot ones and they're like mother effing hot and blah, blah, they come up with all these names. And he was so mad at those things because he's like, listen, there's a point where you can't enjoy the food. Like there's no point. Correct. Like this is not. And he was telling people, look, if you like hot sauce, here's the hot sauces to buy. These are hot. These aren't really edible. These other ones in these bottles. So
yeah, once you got to, I would say the first 5 were definitely edible. Several of them delicious, especially the 1 and the 2. But boy, you hit 8, it's called Da Bomb, and there's no redeeming quality to it. 0. It doesn't have a good flavor. It's just...
Where did you do this at?
At our house. You can buy the kit.
Oh.
So our friend Jen bought the kit, and then we bought the wings, and then we did the whole thing. And then you have different things to try to help with the heat. We had milk, we had ice cream, yogurt helped.
Milk helps.
Milk, yep. Mashed potatoes with a crap ton of butter in them helped. Beer apparently helps. I don't drink beer, so that didn't help me at all. And so we did the Hot Ones challenge.
Did you, out of curiosity, did you happen to throw in the Still Spinning hot sauce in there just to put that in the mix and see where that was going to be? Yeah.
I feel like that would have been like a 1 or 2. It's not because you start off not very spicy, like just a tinge of heat.
Yeah.
And boy, after 8, 9 didn't taste, or 9 wasn't bad after 8 because 8 was so bad. But then 10, and I was like, I'm never getting this burn out of my mouth.
Yeah, at some point you just blow up your mouth, and it's just now there's no, we can keep doing this. We can go all day now because now I have no feeling left in my face.
There were some tears. I'm not gonna lie, there were definitely some tears. Yeah. So check it out, the Hot Ones challenge. I don't know that I'd recommend it. This is the second time we've ever done it, and it's hard on your system. Let's just say that.
Well, I can imagine it would be. I mean,
Yep. Plus, just a lot of wings. I was so full by the end because you eat 10 wings plus all the stuff you're eating in the middle.
You eat actual wings, right? Not like the boneless wings.
Yeah, no, we ate actual wings. Our friend who's a vegetarian had like vegetarian boneless ones, obviously, but we had actual. Okay. Went to the wing stop, got 40 wings.
Just unmodified, just 40.
Uncovered, plain. Okay. All right. Now, I know we have talked about the robots that deliver your food here in Chicago before.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, everybody? It's finally happened. They've gone berserk.
They've gone rogue. They're on their own now. They've become they know what they can sense and feel things, and just like, you know what, today is the day I'm screwing something up.
Yep, and what they can't sense or feel apparently is the glass bus shelters here in the city of Chicago. Not one, but two different machines from different companies crashed through them. And if you have seen, there's video out there, someone happened to catch at least one of them actually crashing through it. So not just the aftermath, but the actual act
I saw
of it just like smashing through it.
Well, the best part of that video too was it comes up there and it's like, it's getting really close, and it goes, backs up and goes, nah, hang on a second. And it gives it just like a couple of seconds and goes, yeah, I think we're good. And bam, smashed right in. Like it actually thought about it.
And let me assure you, it is not because the glass is so clean that you can see that it looks like there's nothing there. I mean, especially the rains we've been having here in Chicago are very dirty rain. You go out in your car is just disgusting. So
I don't think, like, if you've ever seen or been inside of one of those bus stops, clean is not even you can't even say it's relatively clean. They are they are clean probably for about a week after they get installed, maybe. And then from that point on, they are never clean, clear, see-through glass ever again. Ever.
Yep. Yeah. One belongs to a company named Coco, and the other one, where is it? Oh, no, I lost the other name. But it was two different companies. But in the first one, when the first one happened, that was the Coco one, they said it was a rare, isolated incident and launched an internal investigation. And then it happened again, like shortly thereafter. And I mean, the aftermath is sad, but also kind of funny. Serve Robotics is the other one that that had it. And they said they are taking the matter very seriously. No injuries were reported, which is good, because like that could have really been bad if you were sitting on the inside of the bus shelter and it smashed all that glass.
I think if you were sitting inside there, it would have helped. Like it would have went, probably there. It would have probably recognized that there's something to not. Yeah, I think if there was somebody there, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but now it's already started, everybody. We told you this was going to be a bad idea. They are revolting already. So who knows what's going to happen next? Although you can now, you can Google robot delivery fails and find just all kinds of things that happen.
Smashing into people's motorcycles.
Yep, they stop in the middle of the intersection, and emergency vehicles are coming right for them because they have the lights. And again, I don't know exactly how it works, and it freaks me out. But they are losing their minds already here in Chicago.
All right, well, let's go from one big city to another and hop over to New York. There's a guy there who starts spreading the news. Here you go. Some news. A guy who apparently thought the bank robbing was his path to financial freedom. So he hit 6 Chase branches in 5 days across Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx. He handed each teller a note threatening them harm if they did not hand over the money. So 6 days, 5 days, 6 banks.
Wow.
His total haul.
It's got to be big.
$605.
What? How is that even possible?
3 of the branches told him no.
Really?
just no. And he walked out left empty-handed.
All right.
So they've called him. Now, here's the thing, though. They've called him the worst bank robber in history, in the history of New York. He's still at large.
Oh.
So is he really the worst bank robber in history? Because he hasn't been caught yet. I mean, now, he's keeping it low. He wouldn't even have to report that. Oh, yeah. No, he would. Now he would have to report it on his taxes.
Because it's over $600.
He's just over the line.
Mm-hmm,
he could have
$5.
Yep. If he could have just held off and made $6 less, he would not have to report this on his taxes. But
first off, that he's still at large is pretty astounding.
Well, because I feel this is how the 911 call it. Chase Bank. What's the emergency? 911. Yeah, I'm in Chase Bank. We're being robbed. Okay, is the man still there? No, he left. And well, how much did he take? $63.
If you were going to rob a bank, don't you think you have to commit to, following through on your threats?
I think he just waited for like somebody to empty like whatever they had right in front of them and just turn and ran out. Like he didn't plan this very well. Like,
Yeah.
because I think that the police were like, hold on, he took what? $63? Well, all right. I tell you what, we're going to put you number 8 on the list and we'll get there.
Right? Like your priority.
Yeah.
I do think he's a terrible bank robber, but he's a good evader. He's evading capture, so he's doing something right. It's the bank robbing, however, did not seem so successful for him, but not getting caught. Maybe this was his like precursor to a large operation, you know?
Yeah, maybe he's just going in there and he's putting like little nets, just seeing how he's doing some recon on the different banks to see what their response is. And he's gonna one of these days he's gonna go in there and yank $500-$600 out of one bank.
And then he's gonna be like, well, this is my most successful one yet. Did you watch they just made a movie about the guy who robbed all the McDonald's? Did you see this?
No.
Apparently this is based on a true story. There was a guy that for a while was robbing McDonald's in one specific area of the I want to say it was like in New England somewhere. It's played by Channing Tatum. And it's very interesting because it shows how it starts and how he managed to do it and how he managed to evade capture. And he would always drop in from the ceiling. And it was, check it out. I don't remember the name of it.
While it was closed, I'm assuming.
Well, it was closed, but then sometimes the employees would come in like in the early morning and he would put them in the refrigerator. And he got caught, I believe, because he gave somebody his coat once when he was putting him in the refrigerator and they tracked him backwards from that.
Because his name was in his coat or something?
Yeah, probably. It was probably like his pay stub or something, you know what I mean?
No, I didn't see that one, Nicole.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I'm just saying. Oh, Roofman. Yeah, that was the name of the movie. It's called Roofman.
Roofman.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
People will try anything. All right. I can't get enough of the AI and the robots today.
Well, first of all, let's talk about how much you love AI.
I do not. It freaks me out. I think it's going to be our downfall. I understand that it is helpful and cool, and I might be living with someone who loves it.
I love it. I use it. I pay the big, because Claude has like, oh, hey, you're casual, usually your $20 a month plan. I pay the $100 a month plan to use.
$100 a month to use AI?
Yep. And I use it all the time. Like, in fact, I don't even like.
Do you even try anymore?
Well, but see, here's the interesting thing. What AI is doing at this point, and this is not the point where it's going to stay, I'm sure. But at this point, it is sort of taking all the mundane tasks and making them super simple to allow you the time to do the other stuff. For example, every morning I wake up, I say, hey, check my emails from overnight. Is there anything I need to respond to? And what have I not responded to the last couple of days that I need to? And it will go through and go, hey, well, your credit card's expiring, so you need to update your Zoom, blah, blah, blah. And it will give you the list and it will look at it and tell you. And then it'll be like, you want me to write a draft email for you about this? And I mean, it's every day. That's what I do. And then I use it several times throughout the day for other things. And all those tiny little all those little details you don't have to do anymore.
Wow.
But sometimes I'll also add, sometimes it is spectacularly wrong. Like that's it like
so
completely.
You have to proof everything?
Oh yeah. You got to proof everything. And then sometimes it just goes so far off the rails, for example, with my trivia game, I don't do it anymore. I'm like, hey, give me a list of trivia questions about Wisconsin. And the trivia questions it pulls up, they're wrong. I mean, it'll what year was Wisconsin a state? And it'll be like 1851. And I'm like, no, it's 1848. And then I'll type back, didn't Wisconsin become a state in 1848? Oh yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Good catch. 1840. And then I'm like, but like, that's a
Where is it
easy
getting
one.
its information from?
Yeah, I don't know. So you do have to do like fact checking on the AI still. Maybe at some point you won't, but it's pretty crazy how wrong it is sometimes.
Well, then this is even more alarming. This is a story out of a local news organization here in Chicago called Block Cub Chicago. An AI school with no teachers is opening in Chicago this fall. Beanbag chairs, soundproof booths, and portable whiteboards make Alpha Schools look more like a tech startup than a school. But its biggest break from tradition is not the design, it's an education model that uses artificial intelligence to teach core subjects while adults in the room serve as guides, not teachers. This Alpha School is opening this fall. It says its AI-driven model can help students learn core academics in just 2 hours a day, freeing up time for workshops, unique projects, and learning various life skills. They use only software, no textbooks, no homework. The classrooms are also purged of traditional teachers and replaced with guides who are instructed to motivate students as they complete their virtual lessons. Okay. They have their own research done. The Alpha founder said that in a survey of its 1,000 K through 12 students at 13 schools around the United States, 94% said they love school and 60% saying they would rather go to school than on vacation. First off, I doubt it.
Then you ain't going to the right places on vacation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Guess how much tuition is for this AI, no teachers, only motivational guides?
So my brain says it should be a lot less than actual schools.
Correct, because you're not paying people.
But then the other part of me says, well, Nicole wouldn't say it like that if it were.
That's fair.
If it were costing a lot less. So what? I have no idea.
$55,000 a year. It is
That's like Harvard.
but I doubt it. Not anymore.
Yeah.
It is their model is they have morning academics and afternoon workshops, all completely taught by the AI platform on a computer. So did we not learn anything about how students didn't do great during the pandemic, doing Zoom learning and virtual learning and that sort of thing? Did they think just because now the students are going to be in the same room that maybe that will help with that? I don't know, but that's
just scary. We're just basically handing over the education to the computer.
Correct.
Obviously, the scariest thing about AI is whoever's programming the AI will then basically be programming you.
And are all the kids going to think Wisconsin, the state was, made a state at a very different time than it actually was? So they move then, the afternoon is all these hands-on workshops focusing on life skills, teamwork, and project-based learning. They have breaks built in, and at least one workshop makes them be active. So gym, basically.
Right.
They're doing gym. I don't have kids, so maybe I'm speaking from a place that it would be different if I did. I cannot imagine.
Terrifying. Yeah.
100% terrifying. Absolutely not. How are you going to monitor and make sure that whatever they're being taught is correct, accurate, not brainwashing them, not just bogus information? This is terrifying to me.
Yeah.
And these guides, like, what sort of do they just have to have a pulse? Like, who's in the room?
Are they like the teacher's aide? Are the aide the aide to the teacher's aide?
Right.
So, but all right. So yes, that's terrible and horrifying. Let me tell you something else though. I don't want to seem like I'm defending AI.
Yeah.
But so, and I did not talk to my wife about this, so I'm not going to. I don't want to tell her. She was in the hospital a couple of weeks ago for a few days.
Okay.
I would almost guarantee that she would not care if I told you what it was. But I didn't talk to her about it. Well, it's not HIPAA. Like if I tell you, it's not HIPAA. But I know. It was something very rare. They only see it at the hospital. They only see it twice a year at the hospital. If
anybody's going to have something very rare, it's your wife.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. But here's the interesting thing about this is that, and it was something I'd never heard of. And I can say it, I can tell you what it is, but only because I've said it like 65 times because people kept asking me what it was. And like I said, I promise she wouldn't tell it. She wouldn't care if I told you, but I didn't ask her. So I'm not going to say it. But, when she went in, so the first night was very, very scary. And the second day was not a whole lot less scary, but so like on the third day, I'm sitting there at the hospital and I've got the computer with me. And I'm opening up my Claude program. And I said, just out of curiosity, let me see. And I typed in her symptoms. I typed in what happened. I explained in detail what had happened. And it asked me a couple of questions like, well, was the pain in the front of the chest or behind the chest or what was it? Was she, was there any other, was she vomiting with pain? Or, I mean, there was like a whole list of questions and about 6 or 7 questions. And it said, well, it's most likely this. And it was that.
Really?
That's crazy. Like I had never heard of this thing before. The doctors only see this twice a year. And based on the questions the answers that I gave and my description, it said, and it said, it could also be this, this, or this, but most likely it's this. And I'm just like, what?
That's terrifying. I don't know if I should be impressed or terrified.
That's where I am on that. Like, is there going to be a point where we don't need a doctor at some point? Because somebody will just type in all your symptoms when you go in and then, well, let's check this. It'll probably be this.
Probably. And then they just give you like a treatment plan and off you go.
Yeah, the AI writes your prescription.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It was so crazy. I'm like, I can't believe it actually said that because I was thinking it might give me a list of like 40 things and then somewhere it could be that. Nope. It said it's most likely this. And then it said it could be this or this, but it's probably this.
It gave you a list of differentials.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's exactly what it was. And I'd never heard of it before.
What do you think there's part of it that it heard someone say it? Like it was eavesdropping and it's like, oh yeah, well, it's probably this.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I do have it on my phone. So I suppose they say the AI now, unlike Google and, Facebook and all that do listen, they say that AI does not listen to your conversations.
Sure.
That's what they say. I don't think they have to because we basically give it all the information. We don't,
that's true.
and there's no ads. There's no reason they need to, know that much about you. I don't know. Maybe that's the way to make yourself feel better about this.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just listening and they happen to know it.
Maybe, but it's probably not. They just know everything. I think they're taking all our information and figuring out how to program us.
We're the simulation, like we're the
Yep.
We all think we're all.
Yep. So watch for that school opening this fall.
I heard something and I knew this, but when I heard it said to me today, it was very interesting to me. Now this is I apologize in advance. You're going to learn something.
Oh no!
We are breaking one of the cardinal rules of the Still Spinning podcast, but
I'm ready.
This came up because there was a conversation about, and again, I'm just floored that nobody knows that we're going to the moon in a few days again. Like it's happening again, and nobody's talking about it. Yeah. Well, they since had to cancel it.
Right.
They rolled the machine back, and now they've got it back out. We're getting ready to go again. But it was a conversation that I was watching these two very smart people, way smarter than me, having about alien life and whether it could be out there. And I probably think it has to be just
100%. Statistically speaking.
But here's what he said. It's interesting. He said, if there is somebody right now on another planet, say 50 light years away from Earth, and they have the exact same civilization that we have, and they're looking for us, they can't find us. If they do go, oh, hey, here's Earth, and they can somehow manage to, capture that image that's coming to them and sort of transform it into actual pictures or whatever, they're going to be looking at dinosaurs roaming the Earth
because it took
the
so
light
long.
is millions and it's millions of light years away. So they're looking at, the picture they're getting right now is from 50 million years ago.
That hurts my brain.
Right. Isn't that fascinating though? It's like, yeah, that's a good point. So when we look at, we're seeing something in space, like with those stars, that's not what's happening. And I know this, and I've known this, and I understand this, but then like you look up into space and you go, oh, look at this stuff. There's some of those stars that aren't even there anymore because they've blown up millions and millions and millions of years ago.
That's
crazy.
That's very crazy.
Sorry. So I didn't want to, that's bordering on learning something. I apologize.
It is bordering on learning something, but I'll allow it.
All right. Thank you. Let's talk about Dayton Weber.
Okay.
You may know this name. I posted about this guy this week on Facebook. He's a 27-year-old. As a kid, He lost all 4 limbs to a
Ooh.
bacterial infection. He went on to become a professional cornhole player
Oh,
and
what?
built a public platform sharing his story of resilience and athletic achievement as a quadruple amputee.
I mean, kudos to him.
I went and watched a video because I couldn't believe this. And he basically flings with, I don't know which where the arm cuts off, whatever. He flings and the power that is required to, and then with accuracy to put that in the cornhole, basically.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. That is very interesting.
He was charged this week in Charlottesville, Virginia, with shooting a man during an argument. Attempted murder.
How the hell did he pull the trigger?
All right. So I swear I am not trying to make fun of anyone. And because that to me, because this story is a very impressive and inspiring story right up to this point.
To the murder part.
To the murder. Let's just unpack it all. All right.
Yeah.
So so the 3 questions that come to my mind. Number 1, professional cornhole player?
I mean, I guess somebody's out there making. Although, I guess you could call yourself professional. What does it actually mean? You got paid $10 one time to play cornhole? Is that all it takes? I don't really know.
That could be fair, right? He could make like $8,000 a year playing cornhole, and technically because he's paid to play it.
Right. You are. I think that's the delineation, right, of a professional.
No, that sounds like just a contest winner. Like if you're a professional, you need to have like sponsors and you need to have people paying you to come play.
All right. We'll have to look it up.
Don't you though? Because otherwise,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I seem like a professional sports anything? So that's for your first question.
All right. Yeah.
Second question.
Okay. Then how does he play cornhole? Well, I answered that one because I went and watched it. I couldn't believe it. And then the third question, how do you shoot the gun? Like, how do you like?
I genuinely don't understand that.
He actually shot someone.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to go from there. I just needed you to hear all of that in one sentence, so you understand how strange that story is.
Yeah.
Professional cornhole player, quadruple amputee. Let's start with that. Quadruple amputee, professional cornhole player, shot somebody in an argument.
Was it like a road rage kind
Sounded
of
like it was over
like a heat of the moment sort of thing?
Yeah, like a spousal or some sounded like maybe a lover's quarrel.
Oof.
Oh, James.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna pay attention to it.
James.
I was gonna right on by it.
I'm trying to be professional here, James.
Yeah, James. We're trying to keep it above board.
Yes.
All right. Well,
James does not have a leg to stand on with that joke. Okay. Next.
All right, everybody. We have talked about the increased heists of semi trucks, like trailers, getting stolen.
Steaks and just like lobsters.
Steaks. Costco here in the U.S. had one. Yep. Well, there's been another one. This time it was a truck that departed Italy, headed to Poland. The shipment never made it, and it was carrying 413,793 individual Kit Kat bars from Nestle, everybody. And I have to say, the European Kit Kats are 100% my favorites.
Why?
U.S. Kit Kats, don't care for them. Over there, they're delicious. Their chocolate's better because they can't put as much stuff in it. So they just taste delicious. But now they have lost 12 tons of the candy bars. They were stolen after they left a production site in central Italy. They were headed to Poland, and they aren't saying exactly where it vanished, but this shipment was supposed to be distributed all over Europe. They're saying, Nestle's coming out saying there's no safety risk associated, but they did warn that the stolen products could end up appearing through unofficial sales channels in Europe.
So Facebook Marketplace, you see somebody selling, 100,000 Kit Kat bars.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're going to know it's a little suspicious. See, Eric knows Euro chocolate is so much better. It's so much better. So I would 100% get on board with why you would want to steal these. I think 400,000 is a little much, and I just can't imagine like the black market is hot
So-
for Kit Kat. So do you think they stole it thinking it was something else? Wait,
Probably.
they haven't found the bank robber guy yet.
Well, he's in New York. This is in Europe.
Well, maybe he took a plane.
But do you know what I think is funny about this story? So they say it's 400,000 Kit Kats,
Yep, over 400. Yep.
over 400,000, and they were going to be distributed throughout Europe. Europe, the whole continent of Europe, they're going to be distributed. 400,000 Kit Kats is probably what gets shipped to like Waco, Texas every month. Like they're taking it through all about Europe.
Yeah.
And 400,000, that's like Davenport, Iowa. They get that's their
That's
shipment.
just their cut.
That just shows how we are. That's in my brain. That's just a U.S. European thing there. But
Yeah. Well, it could also mean, like 4 different countries or 4 different cities. I have no idea. I don't know how their distribution goes. But someone's out there eating a whole lot of Kit Kats, baby.
all right, last story. We're gonna go do bonus time today because we're going to do bonus episodes. So
Yeah, that's true.
we do need to do one. We need to get a couple ones. We needed to allow everyone who has not been a spinner up to this point to enjoy the pure bliss that is the still spinning bonus spin.
Yes.
So we'll do one of those pretty soon.
Okay.
All right, small town in France. The population is 2,785. I can't even pronounce the name of the name of the town. I'm not going to try it.
Okay.
The mayor is up for re-election. His challenger is a 28-year-old far-right candidate named Antoine Renaud Zelensky.
Mm-hmm.
So now apparently the name Zelensky is not so popular in France. I don't know the global politics of what of what's going. Well, I mean, I know Zelensky's from Ukraine, like he's the guy, right? But I don't know where the French fall in the whole Ukraine-Russian thing.
Okay.
I know that they would be running the other way if it were happening in their country, but I don't know where they fall that it's happening. Oh, come on. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Not the point of the story. So you've got this guy named Zelensky running against the mayor. The mayor's name is Charles Hitler.
Stop.
Charles Hitler. Now there's 2 T's. It's Hittler, but still.
Don't you change it? Like if your last name is that close, maybe it's
And
just
you're
me,
in France,
right? Maybe it just hits a little different there. I would change my name. That is illegal.
I don't think there's anybody. I wouldn't have guessed there's anybody in the world with the name Hitler. That name is that man was so bad. Nobody would ever have that name again. And nobody will ever have that little tiny mustache ever again.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. Because
it used to be popular. If you go look at pictures in like the 1910s and, like 1915s, like a lot of army generals in the U.S. used to have that little, that used to be a pretty popular thing. You've never seen that.
Yep.
Since like 1945, ever.
No, nor should you.
Nor should
it just
you.
has such a connotation of that.
So unpopular that he ruined an entire facial hairstyle
and a name.
And then, but apparently not because Charles Hitler. Now the funny thing is, they're doing this story where they're talking about it, and he's very mad that nobody wants to talk about. He's like, all they want to talk about it. Well, you think Hitler running against Zelensky in a small town in France, and you think we're going to care about anything other than that?
Yeah, no, that really does get the top billing.
Now, here's the thing, too. March 22nd was the election, but I couldn't find any results.
Really?
I want to see the headline, Hitler wins in but apparently his dad was going to change the family name after World War II, but it was too expensive. So
I don't know. I think you sell like a kidney or something to finance that.
I think you just change. In fact, they would probably do it for. I feel like they would do it for free if you walked in and go, "Look, I don't have the money, but my last name is Hitler."
Yeah, I think that's just a courtesy.
I think they were like, "Please, we're putting you to the front of the line."
Yes, you step right over here. Thank you so much. This won't take but a moment.
People, no, he can't cut in front of me. His name's Hitler.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, it's all you. All you, buddy.
Yep. Nobody can come close to that. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us for episode 140 of the Still Spinning podcast. Once again, you can find out all kinds of information about us and find past episodes on our website, stillspinningpodcast.com. We will be back next week, Monday live, if you want to watch live on Facebook at 7 p.m. Central Time, or wherever you normally listen to your podcast. It's released Wednesdays, usually pretty early in the morning, but every once in a while.
If I accidentally hit PM instead of AM, sometimes it comes later. Yeah.
It happens. Otherwise, we hope you have a fantastic week. Happy Good Steak Friday is coming up. So to all those who celebrate, have a good one. Talk to you next week.
Still spinning.